Hello everybody, it's Teresa again. Today we're going to be cutting my Playfully Lavender soap. It sounds like a silly name, but it got its name because when I was making it yesterday, the purples that I used morphed into some awfully wineish, reddish, brownish colors. But I don't know if you could see here, but they have changed today after it's been processed, and the wine color is now a purple and the brown color is a rosish pink. So they're not actually too bad, and I'm happy about that. So I'm going to put you down here, trying a new angle today. Excuse the moving around. Alright, I think you can see there's the soap. It's not too bad. So, I don't know if you could see from that angle, but if you notice, the center is up a little bit, and I'm hoping that it didn't, when it oven processed, it didn't boil and get air bubbles in the middle, but we'll see once we cut into it. So I'm going to try to get it out of its mold. I have pulled the sides and it looks like it's going to release. So we are going to see if it will. I don't know if you could see there. I'm just popping the bottom, pushing, again, a little pressure on the bottom so that it'll come out. Hopefully you can see. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And it come right out. And it's a little soft, but not too bad. It's just like a little moist, I think you'd say. But it's definitely not too bad. And it looks beautiful. It did not boil in its mold, so I don't have any of those awful boiling marks. I do see a couple of air bubbles, but that is from where I was plopping it in the mold. So it does look really, really nice. So what I'm going to do is I don't really like the angle that I have you at, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to adjust everything here so I can make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got this soap on the cutter. I just got this cheese cutter. I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond. This is going to be, it's made in Voyage, so I'm not really sure how well it's going to go. So fingers crossed. I'm going to try to cut off a little piece here at the end and see how well it cuts through. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That's of course just the end piece, but it is really pretty. I'm pretty ecstatic. It looks like I wanted it to look. So forgive my hands if they're in the way. But yeah, it's very pretty. More tiger stripey at the top than the bottom. I think my batter may have been a little smidgen too thin for the first part. I'm still using my little handy dandy spacer thing that I made. I figured that would be the best bet for the maiden voyage of the cutter. But I did want to mention again that I got this, I don't know if I finished saying, but I got this cutter at Bed Bath & Beyond for, I believe it was $12.99. $12.99. And if you go to your Bed Bath & Beyond and you're looking for these, the first one I went to, they didn't have them, or they said they didn't have them. The second one, I couldn't find it anywhere because I was looking near the cutting boards. Turns out it was near the salad stuff. So, just so you know, that's where you'll find it. Well, that's where I found mine. I tried to position this just right. I will need to draw on the cutter. First cut. First big cut. Let's see. Oh, it looks so pretty. Here we go. It will need to be cleaned up along the edges. But, can you see there? It's beautiful. Now, if you didn't watch the making video, I can tell you what I did is I did a in the pot swirl with white and 2 different shades of purple, and then I tiger stripe with just white, and then the in the pot swirl. So I'm going to weigh this because I want to see how spot on it is for where I'm aiming. I want my bars to be about 5.5 ounces, and that's 6.8 or 6.3. And so that means it'll cure out about 5.8. So it's a little big, but since I'm not selling them yet, that's okay. This is a slow process because I'm still getting used to the cutter. I apologize for that, but I'll get it marked up so that the process goes a little smoother next time. I'm just still learning. I hope you can see that the purple really worked. So what I'm going to do is, if you watch my other video, you've seen that I like struggled with the purples, and they weren't purple when I put them in there, but apparently they morph. That's 5.6, so it'll be 5.1, around 5.1 cured. Perfect. But you see I really struggled with my purples, and because they morphed into like a wine color and a, I don't even know if it was, you'll call it a brown, reddish brown. But apparently in the oven, they morphed again back into purple. So, or they corrected themselves, however you want to look at it. But, yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small batch where, oh, what am I doing? Silly. But I'm going to do a small batch to where I, test all my purple colorants just as they come out. Like literally, I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to mix them in the soap and let them cure in a loaf, and then whatever color comes out, then I'll know what they look like untainted. So, it moved. This bar is going to be a little wonky because it moved on me. I really got to get him to put a border on. But yeah, I'm going to do that so that I will be able to know exactly what I'm working with. Because apparently the purples don't look like they look in the pot when they're finished baking or curing or saponifying. But here's the new side. There's an air pocket right there. But I really highly recommend one of these cheese cutters. If you're new to soaping or you can't afford one of the big cutters, these, like I said, this was $12.99. You can find them online. Now that one's a little bigger at 5.9, but that's okay. It'll still cure out just to be around 5 ounces. And this is the final, the end cut. And I'm going to try to take off the back side because I want to see the final swirl. So I'm just going to barely take anything off. But I really want to see that final part of the swirl, just to see what it looks like. And it's perfect. That one has, look, it has 3 different bubbles. But as I was saying, I know that I do that a lot, I'm sorry, but as I was saying, if you are struggling to cutting with a knife, get you a cheese cutter. There are a lot online. Be careful on eBay because I was looking on eBay and they had one similar to this that they were charging like $23 for, with free shipping. Well, it's $23 because they're not giving you free shipping. They're charging you for the shipping and they're not telling you. But this one came from Bed Bath & Beyond. I paid $12.99, but I went to the store and got it. So I didn't have to pay shipping. But if you buy it online from Bed Bath & Beyond, you will pay shipping. My shipping was going to be, I think, $5.99 with for it. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of the soap that kind of came off of the wires. Here is my, well, I'm probably going to go ahead and change the name to what it was originally going to be. It was going to be Lavish Lavender. That's what this is going to be because these colors are purple. They are lavender-ish. And so it's no longer painfully lavender. Maybe it's perfectly lavender now. But, yeah. So, once again, just to go over what I did here, I mixed 2 colors of purple and a white, and I did an in the pot swirl with the purples and a little bit of the white, and then I just left a solid white base, not a white base, but I had a pot of solid white, and then I had an in the pot swirl with 2 purples and a white. And then I tiger striped them up. This one doesn't show the tiger stripe all that much, so let me grab one that does. There you go. So I just layered it. I poured in white and then poured in the purple in the pot swirl, and I alternated back and forth until I filled up my mold, and then I sculptured my top. So, but that's what I did there. So, until next time, I'm sending you the best of luck with your purples. I hope you have better luck with yours than I do mine. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.